First match of the baccpaBrawl 146, and we've got a fantastic game for you today. We have Xavi on the Kai versus Alex on the Goldlewis. Now, you know I love me some Goldlewis. It's an unfortunate drop right off the bat, but either way, I'm joined by the one and only Patriarch Panda. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good, my man. Looking forward to this. I had a little bit of a break this week, like no commentary, no streams. I'm doing me, right? I'm having a good time. So it's a pretty good to actually get on comms for a first bit of me while. And of course you're getting the Goldlewis on screen, you're getting Alex absolutely growing. But at the end of the day, Xavi, immaculate Kai for a reason.
Wow.
Only needs one more hit.
I love how Xavi turned this round around by mashing on that drone. They saw that they got hit out of the hit stun. They took advantage, capitalizing, steamrolled into a victory. Both players gonna have burst going into the second round. Round start gonna be vital.
Yeah, absolutely. But both sides opting to be a bit more patient, but dash up jabs to take the turn, keeping Alex at bay, looking for a /poke. Considering that's one of the Kai's stronger pokes for safer play, I understand. But again, it's a bit of a risky one, and that 684 coming from a pinnacle point in the set, but able to poke right back. Xavi's not giving up too much space, and it's a bit more of a patient set backpack.
Nice, love the use of the BRC there, trying to keep that gap closed. Last time they made that mistake. Yeah, it is a bit of a patient set. We're seeing a lot of Goldlewis 2P in neutral. It is a super strong option because you can catch opponents on the grounded approach or on the aerial approach. But throwing that button out actually freaked out Kai. They jumped back and then caught by the 684. So I'm really liking the neutral play so far from Alex.
Oh, what a catch with the 486, able to keep the corner unlocked, but unfortunately not able to keep it unlocked for too long, allowing Xavi to fight their way out. Great IB for a punish, but no, well blocked from both sides. Nobody is getting opened up unless it's a white wild assault. Oi.
Yeah, you can see that Alex is opting to use meter for mix-up opportunities, and they can be really, really difficult to deal with. Caught in the dash block, and Alex is going to take game number 1.
Heading into the next match, it does appear that Xavi is opting for the character swap. I do know they have a Johnny, right? Yep. I'm 100% got that knowledge. Really good Johnny. But will it be the option? Of course, strong character going into another strong character, you do even up the odds a little bit, and you give Goldlewis an insanely difficult time in neutral.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is definitely the star of the show here. Johnny is going to win that neutral, and it's very important that Alex makes every single opportunity count. You see, once again, holding that meter. Excellent whiff punch to the 2K2D.
Oi, 684 RC went for the low, but not close enough because of the FD. But there is one factor that goes against Xavi here. Someone who's really good at using a DP no longer has that defensive option backpack. That can cost them.
Absolutely. Wow, what a chase from downtown. Shimmy baits out that throw. They're going to go for the dashes on the ground of Goldlewis to put them closer to the corner. Goldlewis jumps us over, so they're back to mid-screen, not in too much danger. They have that health advantage, could go for the laser here, and that's absolutely what they do, but they get caught by the super. And that was an excellent counterplay there by Xavi. What a chase.
Oh, yeah, but white wild is so...
Okay, that's an unblockable. We're set.
Yeah, beautiful stuff with that top 5D. So far, Xavi does have the knowledge into the matchup, like playing the neutral with Johnny, playing Johnny to a very high level. But I do feel like not having a DP will cost them against a character like Goldlewis, who has pretty obvious gaps to DP. So this is, sorry, unfortunate.
That ride 6-2.
Yeah.
Such a difficult input, and Alex making it look easy. Gets it that first time around. What's funny is that Alex hits the 862 on the first try, but we saw them mess up 684 so far. Yeah, back throw into the fast cancel, and Xavi didn't even go for that burst. They were expecting a bait. Alex goes up 2-0.
Right. Heading into the third match here, this could be it for Alex, who's already pretty confident into playing against Johnny. Again, terrifying character to go up against, especially if you're a big body like Goldlewis has to compete in that neutral. But it does appear they're so comfortable. They are actually quite comfortable. The round doesn't look too good for them this time, but they're quite like ready, I would say.
Yeah, you know, showing some good rounds so far, but it's all about that long haul. Even though they're up 2-0, this only second game of that Johnny, so they have to show that they're familiar with the matchup, continuing to go for that BRC, and Xavi recognized the spacing was not there. Backdashers out of the option, and now we're back to neutral where Johnny reigns supreme.
Oh yes, got the lockdown, gets the 2S. Yeah, very good round, very good round. Xavi in control, able to actually get away with their Johnny game plan in that round. And I think they're going to aim to do that again. Went for a patient play, but unfortunately representing 6H, very whiff punishable with a big jump in, and Alex has the corner. You got to defend well enough, but what a far slash poke out to deny that greedy 486.
That 486, super good. I really would have liked to see a longer run up to represent that strike throw. When you're plus 16, I think just doing a dash up 2K, you're not doing enough with those plus frames.
So true, man. So true. Plus 16 leads to so much. Oh, a big 6K knocking out the sky. Full confirmed, but no, it dropped. Still able to keep the corner in check, though. We're going for the jump. It's feeling like Fat Amelia. Not going to work out for the fella, though. And Xavi does have 2 bars. I don't think this kills, but it puts Alex in a less than ideal situation.
Absolutely, but great for DB Xavi. They're really happy to get on the board in just a second. We'll see if they are able to make that happen. I really like the use of the deflect to avoid that mix-up. Yes, it costs you resources, but you have a chance. At least you did. Now DB Xavi takes game number 3. Game number 4. Round start. We're going to go for an aggressive play, and keep in mind, that's a much bigger risk than it used to be. Minus on blocks, you basically have to find that hit.
Oh no, full confirm, sending you back, big knockdown, able to get the connection with the card, and just like you're in luck, can't hold the Johnny pressure, but YRC to escape.
Excellent.
Great escape with the JH. This could lead to a devastating scenario if they get that hit, and there it is.
I really love that JH option because you're baiting out fuzzy throw, which a lot of people are going to do there. You're also just going to jump over a lot of options, like a 2K 2P, because Goldlewis jump arc is crazy. So I really love that. On top of that, you get insane amount of time to confirm if you find that JH, and they were able to find it and confirm it into a side swap combo. That was just a beautiful, beautiful read by Alex.
Aye, for sure. And this is set point for the first time for Big Alex here. He did that last round, but Xavi with a powerful, demanding start, telling you gotta fight for it. But a big white wild assault to approach.
Wow.
Great chase with the far slash, and this is looking dominating for Alex, who has a bar. But you gotta watch out. Yeah, beautiful deflect. Beautiful deflect.
Yeah, you do not want to hold that. That is for sure. When Goldlewis has a buffered high-low BT, it can be much, much more difficult to block. Not that it matters anymore, because Alex gonna win game 4, takes the set 3-1. We've got a Goldlewis in winners finals.
Heading into the next set of winners top 8, we got Scissors versus Mixyous. Mixyous, a name we've no had here, and quite the wee bit. A really good player, and they're playing into Scissors, of course, multi-time champion. You gotta hype them up for a reason. This is gonna be a killer set between spins and parries and punches with bunches. My god.
I'm so excited that Mixyous back. It's been too long since we've seen their Slayer, and you know, I'm always looking for that second clip. You know, the first one. I'm looking for another one.
Oh yeah.
That clip will go down in like Guilty Gear Strive viral history.
Yeah, 2S2H, staggering away, went for the 2P checks, went for the backup, nothing comes of it. Good backdashes in general. Oh,
not sure what that
I think they went for, could have been a Kara throw, could have been a Mappa hunch miss input. Unfortunate to say the least, just like Mixyous is in the corner, and Scissors is the one with 2 bars.
Now, with this meter advantage, which you're soon going to have, how would you go back? Okay, don't even use it. That's actually the mind game. You know I have metered, so I'm going to keep it safe, right? But nope, I'm actually just going to throw. And potentially even, I would probably throw PRC in that situation, just to commit the kill regardless, because you catch a backdash, right? It's not exactly checkmate, but it can be.
It's a checkmate-like situation for sure, but the thing that's really good about going for throw, get beat metered up.
PRC in this game?
Yes.
Okay. For a second, I gaslit myself into thinking that it got removed.
So, in the time it took to explain all of that, Mixyous is the one that will go up 1-0 with a demanding round. Heading into the second match here, Scissors already taking the round start. Mixyous was pretty demanding in that last round. This is actually a pretty good jump in. Burst to send you back. We're going for the map on. She's staggering away, gets him with the head slate. And now Mixyous is the one in command. But good check with the 2S from Scissors. Oh! Iframes! Oi, oi, oi.
John's out with the 2P, finds that knockdown, chases again with that far slash. And right now just getting caught by special moves. And Anji can be a little brutal on that front. Goes for the raw Fujin. Catches with the overhead. That is another round for Scissors.
Very good round indeed. Went for the Fujin Hop to mess with the throw. Really good play from Scissors. Big fan of that one, but that's a really good spin to play around the edge slate, leading to a full punish. And the amount of health that they've deleted off of one interaction is too important. It's too important. You've got mixyous in a bit of a horrible situation. They got a guess with their burst. Do they make that guess?
Yeah, it was a fantastic guess. Blocks that 5D, which can be very difficult to do. Cross up finds that counter hit, and unfortunately going to be a bit of a drop here. Finds it with the overhead. RC forward. Put you right back into the corner. And do it again.
We got the carousels. Look at that. That's how you maximize meter. Oh, went for the air throw. Call it the guard crush, but no close slash anti-air. Mixy is proving that Slayer is still quite the comeback character. Very well put, very demanding is the way to put it.
Scissors can make it so suffocating for you in neutral with their use of spin. You see at round start, they're going to go for it, immediately find that first hit, force out that burst. Scissors in a great spot to equalize the score. Sets up the butterfly, and the bird 5K catches the engagement. That was a super aggressive maneuver by Mixyous.
Oh, aye, for sure. This could cost them. Went for the BRC backdash, able to keep the corner unlocked. Cool for the kill. And Scissors gonna take a match of their own as we tie it up 1-1. Heading into the third match here. Remember, we're tied 1-1. Make sure that's represented on the scoreboard, baccpack.
Of course.
But it does appear that Mixyous is on the run with a massive counter. Universe is in play, gets it, but it's a trade that actually leads to a counter hit combo for Scissors.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that worked out, but that was a bit of an Uno reverse card situation.
Oh, what a spin. Oh, what a backdash. Able to rush in. Going for the jump in 2S, full confirm, does have 2 bars, going to utilize it on the 2S yet again. And I absolutely love Scissors' checking playstyle, right? They're going for a lot of checks. You're backdashing, you're walking back, I'm going to hit your shins, right?
Yeah, they're
ultimate way of dealing with that. Ooh. Do it again. Boy, nice escape.
Mixy said, okay. It mashes out there. Gets out of the corner, finds it with a 2H burst, giving up. Scissors has had the burst advantage kind of frequently here. We're going to have a meter. Yeah, excellent use of meter. Perfect timing, perfect punish. Excellent.
I just heard UI Goku in my head there. That was beautiful. Just the dun, 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 dun. Good, great tech. Oh, the map budge. The RC should fell doom there. Mixy is taking that around. And so far we're getting a lot of fun back and forth, right? We're seeing a lot of control taking, a lot of turn taking. But in terms of the match, there's not a whole lot of neutral happening. It's a whole lot of punching, a whole lot of spinning.
Chase him with that 2S in a while. The spacing not going to work there for Scissors, but that somehow works out in the end. Just constantly winning in these scrambled situations. And we've seen time and time again, they can take advantage in these spots. Use the meter to stay in and uses the meter to get out. YRC, great opportunity here. Finds it alone, no meter required. Saves it and uses it for the super on the wall. Does it kill? It absolutely does. Scissors takes the lead in the set.
Heading into the fourth match, could be the last one like the previous set we had on stream. Could it be Mixyous to steal it back, get 2 more matches, or will Scissors, with the demanding round start they have right now, be the one to take control, get the kill, and lead the set to a 3-1? Who knows, but so far we're going back and forth in terms of power and damage. Oh my lord, good part.
Wow. Okay, so they think that the meter advantage here is absolutely worth giving up that burst. They basically only have to make 1 incorrect mistake, and you know what? Mixyous thinks, I'll just take the win anyways. I'll go burst for burst with you. And they do end up winning that scramble with that 2P into 5K bombo.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of, like, you know, we gave up the bars, we used the 2 bars, but in the positive, we got Mixyous to use theirs, right? Oh yeah. My god, what a cheeky reset! Oh, the Kara throw, no, gonna come into play as Scissors gets a full situation here, jumping in with the JH, safe jump, gets a counter at 2H, and what a stagger! You do not see that too often, and Scissors, just in Mixy's heat right now.
Unfortunate. Has such a nice play, and you're just going to lose to the... Oh, no! Not only the big hit, but the big burst bait as well. Mixyous will force a game number 5.
Heading into the next match, both players are 2 games apiece. We're going to find out who will be the one to break it between these two, and who will be the one to take the lead. And so far as Mixyous, with a ton of damage still, does have that half-bar burst, could come into play off of a wild poke like a // or a 2H. There you go. Mixyous needing one more interaction for the kill.
Wow. Okay, the BRC up was met with the rising jump. I was so surprised neither player threw there, but what we do have is a wake-up mash. A wake-up mash in Joto here. That worked.
Sometimes you gotta be a believer, but Mixyous with the back throw will be the one to get the kill, and just that is set point for the Slayer main. Will the Dandy Man be the one to take it? Balloon pretty good for Mixyous, staggering away with these 2-piece, just checking, going for the backdash, big // into the full connection. This is brutal.
So much impact. Jumps in, goes to that 2K, and it's immediately backdashing. Scissors is just not afraid to gamble on defense right now, and now that they have this meter advantage, they're really going to make it hurt. No burst opportunity here for Mixyous. Wow. Unbelievable. They find a way out of that situation, use the meter to stay in, but it's all perfectly blocked by Scissors. Finds the hit, out of range, didn't RC, and that is a mistake they're going to regret as Mixyous takes game number 5. But don't worry, we're going to see more Scissors later on. That was a winner side match.
Heading into Loser's Top 8 set, I forgot to turn off some of my editing stuff, so I'm a little lost here. We've got Fishy, an Eno player on the left, and Joto Goat with the name Gay Sex Legend on the Leo White Fang. Now, baccpack, my Eno is invisible right now.
That's why I just want to get you past for the next 15 seconds. See what you think is going on.
Alright, sure, screw it. Goes for the JH, went for the delay JD, not gonna get anything, and we went for the cross up left, right, connect with the right, still going on the right side, beautiful YRC, check with the 2S, gonna go for the safe jump, immaculate play from Fishy, but that 2H getting a deadly counter hit. Am I doing bits? I don't know.
No, you're doing good. You're doing really good.
Oh yeah,
nice job. Goes to the throw, PRC to stay safe, finds the hit with that low, got confused. Fishy dive kicks in, drops the bomb, but baits the DP, so doesn't matter much. Fishy gonna take game number 1. Honestly, I'm upset with myself that I thought Fishy was a Viking player. Like, I should remember all the people that play like niche characters, like, you know, and Chip, you know?
Yeah, to be fair though, it's very difficult to remember like hundreds, if not thousands of players that have entered the baccpaBrawl for its entire lifespan, you know?
You're not wrong. I appreciate you giving me some lenience there on that front. We're going to find out with the overhead there. Just re-engages, and right now, Joto is getting cooked by the safe jumps and the burst bait as well. Even Panda saw it with that meme on the screen. And Fishy going to take game number 1 in a notoriously tough matchup for Eno through amazing DP baits.
All right. Heading into the second game here, but does appear that Joel going for the immediate jab checks to take the round starts away to play, gets a counter overhead. Leading it to the left, right, went right that time, keeping the pressure going, but a great dive kick from Fishy, allowing for some reset pressure. And you mentioned it earlier, the Fishy's baits on DPs have been so good, and hopefully they keep up that momentum.
Yeah, that truly has been the difference, right? That is the reason that they're winning this game right now. And sooner or later, Joto is going to have to respect these options. I'm going to jump up. Love the option here. Blocks it in the air and gets nothing for it. A complete reversal, but a chase of the 2S means Joto has an opportunity for makes catch the backdash. No full confirm there. But RPSs are the DP, and honestly, that's a good spot to do it. And definitely show your opponent that you're still going to use DP, even though they baited it a lot in the first set.
Yeah, and the fact that you're on 1 HP, it's like the only thing that you're going to do on minus is take a turn, right? So that was a really good read from Joto. Beautiful 2K, went for the right side, went for a deflect to make that pressure less fake, but Leo with that dash momentum is very powerful, allowing him to get back in, but beautiful YRC staggering with the close slashes, gets the throw, and we go for the left setup. That was cheeky, I couldn't tell if that was left or right, and it was left.
Yeah, it was absolutely left. And Joto definitely making it personal here. Has been playing a fantastic game 2 so far, but we cannot count Fishy out, especially after they find the hit. But do they have the damage? I don't believe so. So they're going to have to go for one more mix-up and at the super so they can guarantee this safe jump. What do you go for? Empty throw! What a call out, and Fishy takes it.
I love representing throw there, but it's so deadly against Leo, the man with the DP, the man with the super, the man with the mashouts, right? Absolutely deadly play. But going for that throw, you read the mental stack, thinking that Joto is going to be thinking that they're thinking that DP's coming, but they're actually like, no, I'm thinking that, you're thinking that, I'm not going to be thinking that, and went for throw. Beautiful.
All right, this combo is unbelievable. I know I know you couldn't see a little tiny part of it.
No, I saw it. It was cool. It was cool.
Okay. Yeah, very cool, very cool. I love that. Puts Leo into the corner, and immediately in that first gap, they're going to go for the super. Note they picked super instead of DP, so that way they could go with that RC in case it was blocked, which it was.
Oh, what a super. I went for the knockdown. What do you do, though? DP baited. Gets him the 2S, and that should be the full confirm, but no! The damage is low! Jumps over the low with the air dash slash, getting the kill. Beautiful stuff from Fishy as they go up 2-0 in this set. No one's really had control, but this is a really good round for Fishy. Yeah, again, going for the super, sending them through. Of course, with that hard knockdown, you're able to set up a safe jump overhead. Went for the overhead, YRC to send you back, and Joe challenging out. We're back in neutral. What a 2D approach, 5k, 6k, wild assault, and we're staggering. YRC to escape. Now we're staggering yet again, looking for an opportunity to go for the left, right, went for the overhead, great deflect, and with that 2k 2D, into the full confirm. Overhead, full confirm yet again, went for the slump. We are slumping in 2025, ladies and gentlemen.
Sometimes the slump works, okay?
Oh yeah.
It just puts you in a good position. And a character like is about the only character that would use this kind of thing, because they have low damage and high mix-up potential.
Oh. Yeah, that was nice. Oh, what a connection with the counter hit. Full damage dealt, went for the JS, able to get some solid damage, but burst to send you back. The set point, went for the super, dive kick to play around it, the PRC to avoid the punish. And we're still alive.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, this is, I think, the most footsies you could see in this matchup. Like, it seems like an anti-footsies matchup, and yet I'm watching some amazing footsies by Fishy. Definitely a set to be proud about.
They only need one more interaction, though, but then again, our damage is low unless it's a counter hit. That will be it. That is all she wrote. As Fishy takes the set 3-0, keeping it clean. What's good, fellas? We're heading into losers top 6. Unfortunately, Presto, who made top 8, DQ'd, and I will be the one to bring us into this one because we have a Potemkin versus Slayer. Now, this is a brutal matchup for Slayer, but this is an educated player. So, even though matchup's pretty good for Pot, I wouldn't bet on it just yet. But this is
bad
really
matchup
good.
is not a guaranteed loss, as they say.
Exactly.
I mean, do really fantastic in the layout. Sometimes
Oi.
it comes down to those individual.
Oi.
I was going to say individual reads, and that's exactly what ABoii is going to do as they take the first round.
Bro round with that 5H check. Going for the jump over, well defended. We're staggering with the far slashes, which is a good tool to represent against Pot, considering the armor defense is really good against standy step. But unfortunately couldn't get the pile bunker yet again. Went for the 5P. Keep it confirmed, keep it easy. Oh, and that's what I'm talking about. You're beating the fuzzy defense options with those pile bunkers, but it's not that guaranteed. Even though you're doing well here, ABoii could flip it on its head in the next interaction.
The triple dash is very funny there. Post slash finds the counter with the 2S. Easy confirm. This would be a wonderful comeback. Potemkin to make it happen. But I think Slayer saw the overextension, immediately pressed a button and went for that cross up. Unexpected, and ABoii the first knockdown in the final round.
Yeah, that's another powerful tool. Slide Head is pretty good against Map Punch and any of the dandy steps besides its lay. So if you want to represent that, it's guaranteed okay. And this is a brutal scenario. You have to guess 50-50 for life in the corner against a Pot that has 2 bars. It is all but guaranteed. Oh, the Slide Head Katagaruda mistimed from ABoii. And that's a good Map Punch RC to bring back the tides to Scissor's side. Now, as much as I'm a Pot fan, I am on Scissor's side for this matchup, if I'm honest. And there you go. It's the neutral winner. It's Gigantic Kai. It's Aegis Reflector. Oh!
Finds the Pot Buster before the Aegis Reflector connects, and ABoii is going to be taking game number 1.
Headed to the second match there. We did see it, right? Pot has some pretty strong tools in this matchup, and that is a pretty good Slide Head. Go for the Pot Buster on the left side, and just like that, We got it locked in, counter hit, full confirm into the Gigantor Kai. It's just like your health bar is disappearing. Not too sure how I feel about the Heat Knuckle, you're missing out on OK, but you know what, they do have Burst, I kinda get it.
The close confirms on Aegis Reflector, so satisfying to watch. You know how clean your inputs have to be to get that out.
Oi, you're not dead. You're not dead, but you're back in neutral. Yeah. Slide head represented. Yeah, not much Slayer could do about that. I like that. Oh no.
Yeah, YRC was a lose-lose situation. You're going to get opened up regardless. That Aegis Reflector is very, very active.
Oh, misinput on the Karagaruda. I've been there. That's what happens when you put flick on kick. Oh! The counter! Beautiful stuff. The Bastard's Hammer able to go with the left, right. Full combo. Awesome conversion to the wall. Gets the wall break. Went for the Mega Fist. Pretty decent option. Go for it after that type of wall break. Back Mega Fist has a setup and everything. But needs to get in one more time in that 2H. Absolute denial from Scissors. I love this Slayer. They're putting work in. Oh! That could have been dead.
What did they do?
They did 6k. They did 6k, but if you hold it, it's a feint. It's a feint. So they just jumped over the Potbuster round start, which is deadly. You can get a better read even if you wanted to, but the person who wins this round is ABoii, who's up 2-0.
On to game number 3, and we do have a character swap here from Scissors, who opts to go back to the Anji. Now, Panda's lamenting this decision because he believes that the Anji matchup is a lot more tough than that Slayer matchup, especially in Scissors' kind of game plan, which is very spin heavy.
Yeah, it's like in terms of this matchup, right? If you get really good as the Anji player, you can stick it out, you can do bits, you can do well. But at the end of the day, Pot just has so many demanding tools on defense and on offense. But on the positive, when Potemkin is defending in this matchup, as Anji, you're going to have a bit more leeway. You can get away with a lot more compared to what Slayer gets.
Nice. That was an amazing read.
Compared to what Slayer
does. To wait for the slowdown, air through the... that's the first time I've ever seen that. That was really, really nice.
Yeah, that neutral, man. This is what's so demanding about it. The neutral is absolutely dominating with slide head. You have to respect it as the tool of all time. Tap 5D, RC, 6H, Heat Knuckle. Bro is optimal. You did not have to do that. Could have done another 6H for the funny. But that is a killing scenario. And you see backpack. It's dominating when this character's in. It's dominating.
I was really afraid that Scissors would burst out of that combo, but... ABoii actually had the lead that it wouldn't matter if they bursted. They had such a big health advantage. So I actually really like the play for just going for the kill outright.
It's begun. That is a burst safe combo. Not much you could do about that. That is a ton of guaranteed damage that you just gotta hold as you go for the wall. One more interaction. I'm a believer in Scissors. Please, you've got this. Oi.
A one-time spin immediately found by the burst. Sets up the Aegis Reflector far in front of it, goes for the Potbuster, and that is all she wrote. ABoii gonna take the set 3-0. We'll move on.
Heading into our next losers top 6 match, we got Xavi against Fishy. Fishy on the right and Xavi on the left. Gonna get the Kai versus the Eno. And again, we were saying this a bit off comms. Gotta be careful about the DPs and Kai's neutral, right? Eno's neutral, pretty committal if they want to get in. Whereas Kai can threaten a ton of safe pokes and command it, hold it, keep it locked in, and that is a nice tap 5D for the full confirm. Getting a wall break, ton of damage dealt, and keeping that stun state applied.
Even after that wall break though, it seems like Fishy has that meter advantage, at least until that positive bonus kicks in. Doesn't look like we're going to see another burst this round, so you're going to have to rely on YRC or a good old-fashioned gas, and that's exactly what Xavi's going to do. Finds that hit, forces Fishy to give up that burst, and messes with the timing on the anti-air by going for the help, and that was enough. Once again, a great decision leading to a close round win.
Backing up, playing the poke game, of course, went for the jump in, but it was a nice poke, able to strike back. Far slash beam representing with the projectile, and DB Xavi not able to get a real neutral plan started, but that H projectile might bring them back as we stagger away. Gets the 6H, that's gonna lead to a ton of damage. with the super, keeping that stun state applied. One more interaction is all Xavi needs.
And they found the interaction. Tap 5D is literally that. That's the button I'm going to press when I need to open up my opponent. And the only time it's really locked online is when, oh, I know they're going to go for a 5D because they want to open me up.
Yeah, tap 5D's no fun. You know, you get stuck in that set. Oh, wait, backing up. Oh, 2K2D. Sending them down. And just that, the corner's unlocked. And that is a big counter at full confirm. You can tell they're a Kai player, my lord.
The Kai confirms are always pleasant, to say the least. Nice
Aye,
combo here.
aye.
Mid-screen to the corner, into the reset setup. Instead of going for that wall break, and they will cash out extra damage based on that decision.
Woo. Nice. Goes for the YRC, backing up. Tries to play into the air with the dive kick, but that's a big whip punish. I think Xavi can kill. There you go, just like that. 1-0 to Xavi. Heading into the second match. Oh, went for the 2S. Fishy. Greedy round start definitely prevailed for them, but the corner is escaped from Xavi if they try to approach in with their 2Ks, but nah, sends you back, gets a nice confirmed. Fishy yet again demanding a corner situation, getting the wall break with the super. Hard knockdown's pretty brutal. You could represent DP, but none is guaranteed. Fishy we had a dominating round backpack. That was just all Fishy.
Yep, sometimes your mixes just connect, and then the round looks like you're the best player in the world. On to the next round, and rounds we're going to see some dashes here. Blows up that chemical love, won't connect. The second overhead certainly will, and with that counter, you're forced to give that burst out. Do not want to give, you know, any more damage than you gotta. 6P connects, empty low, does as well, and it seems like the streak of picking the correct option in these mix-ups will continue.
Ooh, sends you through the wall, ton of damage still. Fishy went for the overhead, but the 6P and right back at you. Full counter hit confirmed, but tech in the throat. Not accepting that scenario. Big hit from Fishy, getting so much damage. Has to reset the Oki, staggering with the low. But YRC to escape, it's a big trade. Fishy needs to get in one more time, but Xavi not making it easy with these Fuji arcs as he has the corner in lock. Can just stagger away now. Whew.
Unfortunate. They correctly baited out the ends here, but the ID back didn't put him in a position to whiff punish, and so it was just a lose-lose kind of situation. Fishy ties it up 1-1. On to game number 3 round, so we're going to have that 2S, which is avoided. We're seeing a lot of Kai playing in the air right now, and ironically, you know, playing in the ground attack.
Oh, burst off the table. Sending it the projectiles, wants to keep it unlocked, but what a dive kick to get in. 2P for the check. Able to send you right back. Great deflect. That stun state is applied though, don't want to get hit. It will disappear right about now. There you go, went for the 2P, but the Skull Dipper doing God's work as it always does. Xavi gonna get a full confirm from it. 40% off the table. Now we're gonna play a bit patient.
It looks like both players are going to play a little patient. We're going to get that PRC. Didn't get out that 6P in time, and so Xavi re-challenges the 2S, baits out that 6P once. Again, this time goes for the Fujiwara because they knew that 6P wouldn't be represented. Just double failed on it. And some excellent reads to an excellent round.
Oh! Nice. The Wild Assault able to extend the pressure. Able to keep it going, just staggering. Oh no, the knockdown. Whew. Nice, nice. Go for the lights, went for the lows. Sends it through the wall. Ton of damage dealt. But in terms of meter, they do have to wait a little bit if they want to capitalize. There you go. With the stroke. Full damage coming in. Xavi not bursting, realizing it's important to hold on to it for this round here.
Both players are going to have about the same amount of burst. We'll see how it plays out, but I imagine burst will be available when they're going to need it, especially since they're finding this first combo and first wall break. That positive bonus will guarantee it, and so will that second bar. Currently, they're playing passively, finds that hit, and yeah, we had to see that burst sooner or later, because holding on to that damage was no bueno.
Oi, 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 and I think that's a death scenario as Fishy continues the momentum. Gonna go up 2-1 now. One more to go. Fourth game, one more to go. Fishy only needs one more match. They could take it right here, right now, but DB Xavi, of course, never gonna make it easy for their opponent. But it's a nice hit confirmed, leading to some solid damage. Burst off the table. Xavi not opting to hold on to it. Unlike the previous match, he wants to let it rip as soon as. Good blockage. Try to get him. Ooh.
Well, I would think that if you jump over the scum dipper, that it would be guaranteed to get that punish. But no, Fishy knew that you just had to respect it, walking in the sky.
Yeah, they've been in that scenario way too many times. So you know what? Respect to recognizing it.
Yeah.
Now your health's a bit low. Oi! Yeah, the stagger game. This is where Kai can definitely do very well in this matchup. You just stagger away, right? You turn that health bar into mush if you get that clean hit. You just gotta wait for it.
Finds the jump in, dashes in, and continuously resetting, avoiding this FP. Not that it matters because the close slash chases anyways. And now Xavi's in a great spot to tie this up.
Health is a bit low here. Hey, full far slash confirm, and uses the RC to confirm the kill with the DP, and just that, it's 2-2. Either man's game. Fifth game here, last one between these two. Who will be the one to take it? And that dive kick could spin the momentum on Fishy's side, but Xavi with the pokes could also be a deciding factor. Either or, flip a coin, rock, paper, scissors. Who will be the one to take it?
Currently, Rock is doing very well.
Oi, yeah, Rock is kind of going crazy. Oh, there we go, representing the paper. Yeah, no, that was paper. Oh, scissors!
It's looking like Rock right now.
No, that's a scissors play. Use the sword.
BRC forward, blocking the sky, re-engages off the plus frames on the landing. Ooh. So much knowledge, Fishy. Doing a great job, able to get that wall break here with the positive bonus. They want it this round to last a little long.
Oh,
it's still active. Catches, forces the burst out. 2K perfectly spaced, and the DP finally represented.
YRC baited. And damn, that BRC made 2H an extremely active tool. And you know what? Again, that goes to show Fishy's knowledge of being in this matchup. But a great round start for sure. Able to take control, send them through the wall. And of course, with no form of burst on their side, Xavi just kind of has to hold these scenarios. You do have a bar for deflect, but Fishy, I can feel it, I can sense it. I'm like a guru backpack. Yeah, they're going to bait that deflect. They're going to bait that deflect.
Or we don't even get to the deflect. Instead, we're going to get right into that final round. Both players are going to have burst for it. And Panda, what is it?
It's the final round, final game. Double Luigi. Who'll be the one to take it? And so far, it is a terrifying state as burst has already given up from Xavi, meaning if they get caught in a 50-50 vortex, they have to accept the scenario. But Fishy gave up their bar for the deflect to get out, but it's a beautiful whiff punish. Certainly the deciding factor for Xavi's round, convincing us that whiff punishing is the way to go. Play it, can play it cool, and look for your opportunities. Again!
Wow! The spacing on that landing was ridiculous. The 2K2D was perfect. Forced Fishy out. Once again, ready with the 5K. And that was such a hard-fought set. What an awesome one. Xavi takes it in a clinch double Luigi finish.
Real.
Winners finals. We're going to have a round start super safe option from Alex and a not so safe option that works out here for Mixyous. They start up the offense. Immediately represent these command grabs. They want you to hold up. They want these strikes to connect.
Oi. Went for the beautiful retreating 6-8-4 to hold the space, and they're going to catch the backdash, but burst off the table. Mixyous holding their ground. Doesn't want to overextend and get caught just yet. Well aware it could lead to their demise. Great escape from that map edge. Could be deadly, but a big 6-8-4 keeping it locked. There's the drone. Went for the low. Staggering with the behemoth.
Wow.
Typhoons!
That was straight up stagger pressure by Goldlewis. Instead of representing frame trap, or big overextension, they actually just went for one button at a time to see how it would play out. And I don't believe Slayer has a reversal, so I'm not sure why the super patient gameplay so far, but absolutely it worked out.
Alright, so he does have an iframe super, right? But the iframes kick on in like frame 4, right?
I see. So maybe on your sword behemoths, you absolutely have to respect it.
Yeah, but what a kill getting that round. Alex feeling confident in this set, going up 1-0. Heading into the second match here, and what a 5k check to deny that wild assault. Mixy is well aware of that neutral RPS, played well into it, but at the end of the day, The corner is in lock, and now Alex has to defend well enough. And those backwards JDs look like a back Megafist right now to escape the Slayer pressure.
The JDs are absolutely doing work. They're actually winning most scrambles based on that button alone, and it's certainly a button you have to consider when you're up against Goldlewis.
Real. Oh no, the Master's Hammer. Like I said, will not have an answer to it like Potemkin does. Has to just defend well enough, and when you get hit, you get killed. Mixyous up on the round. Needs to try and bait burst from Alex if they really want a dominating match.
I love the Goldlewis can do that now. The VT cancel and the VT cancel, instead of just being minus, it's straight up a mind game. I don't know why you would do nothing, but it isn't something you can do, you know, on a layer 5 kind of option. But you gotta
apparently you can interrupt it, but like a lot of people go like, oh, I'm waiting for my grounded punish, you know. So you mess them up.
The raw 862 into a second 862. Great use of the security gauge so far. Going to keep the offense tight. Backs off. Just chasing with that JD right now. And it looks like we're seeing a lot of 2Hs here for Mixyous. So I wonder if it's an option that can stuff out that JD.
Well, bunker will be the way to spell the match. Mixyous ties it 1-1. Oh my god. Heading into the third match here, they're both tied up 1-1. But one thing that we're definitely seeing is that round starts tend to go to Mixyous. Oi. Oh, 5k check. ABoii rush in, going for the pressure, gets out with the Master's Hammer, full confirm. Burst you right back, and there you go. Laser in play. Got respected backpack.
Yeah, the laser does so much, especially when you're in the corner. You just jump over them, put them in the corner for free. Very anti-neutral kind of option. And one of many that Goldlewis has.
Ooh, Phil confirm pile bunker for the wall break. Beautiful round in general, and it does appear that the longer the set goes on, guess who's getting comfortable backpack? It's the Slayer main, it's Mixyous, right? They're so comfortable as the set goes on.
Unbelievable timing on that cancel there. All the way. Oh. The damage. Ridiculous. Into the 1080 and the sweet spot.
Damage dealt, and just that one more interaction. You need to guess. That's not even a mix.
Well, I think it was an option to chase backdash because Goldlewis can't safe jump after the super.
True.
And so they went for that because they had the security gauge to cancel off it and keep it safe in the case the Slayer didn't backdash.
That was the greatest buff they gave Pop, by the way. After a super wall break, you could do hammerfall break, safe jab. Beautiful. But Mixyous, oh my god, one more interaction. Goes for the gold burst. Have to respect the laser, but then again, health is low. You may not need to respect it too much as YRC's representing. Went for the check, gets the kill, OTG. And Mixyous is up 2-1.
Game number 4, and round 4 we're going to see that 5k, really strong option. Those kinds of mids there, like the Slayer 5k, is really strong against Goldlewis because you can stuff a lot of buttons like a 2k or a 5k.
Oy. Yeah.
And far slash.
Oh my god. The far slash. Oh no. Again, representing the damage and just that backpack. The loops are in play. We will not dub the loop because I don't want us to get demonetized. But here we go with the super. Gets the chomp, appears younger, and gets the kill.
So, tell me the lore. You know I love a little
What,
lore.
the loops?
Why does Slayer get younger? Just vampire reasons?
So you want to know something?
Sure.
No idea. This is the first time he's done it.
Oh, okay.
Real. I thought you wanted to know the lore of the name of the loops that I will not dub.
No, not that lore. That lore I completely understand.
Nice. Oh god, good block in the low.
Plus 16? Mashed out in plus 16?
Oh.
Knocked in reversed.
Yeah, Alex still showing signs of life, but at the end of the day, backpack burst is on both sides. So even though it's set point for Mixyous, Alex could make a comeback, but it's all about who can use it efficiently, and we're using it for the White Wild Assault for a turn. Definitely a good way to start, but if the momentum gets rolled on your favor, you gotta guess well now. You can't rely on that blue bar. Oh no.
A worst case scenario here for Goldlewis as the universe counter connects and dealing with full resources. Okay, that's the least of your worries. You're dead. Mixyous takes the set 3-1. Moves on to grand finals and winner's side.
Heading into loser semis, and this is gonna be an interesting one, backpack, right? this matchup is somewhat even. I do think it's pot favored because of the counter hit and the damage reward. But in terms of neutral, it's very tricky for both sides. No one is in control, and they can represent tools at any time. And of course, that DP and that super keeps him safe, but that was a good safe jab. But unfortunately, mistimed it. But we do have ABoii versus Xavi. Yapped a bit about the matchup a little bit too much instead of introducing the people on screen on loser semis. Oi. Oh.
Boom. Use that PRC. You definitely want to get some extra damage or Oki.
First save.
The first. So
this is what we call the Reddit combo backpack.
Is it?
Oh.
I was not expecting that much damage. Now I see why.
Oh, you should. Yeah, no, you should. Heavily being an unburstable option, and it is always scaled to do at minimum 50% of its maximum damage, which is 210. It's a good round killing option for sure in those scenarios. But you gotta be well to recognize the health differences. Good burst. Oh god. Nice, big knockdown, Garuda.
Wow, from downtown. Wow, some
Heavenly.
of these ranges that pot can... Oh, fuzzy? Nope. Some of these ranges that pot can grab you from are a little ridiculous.
Real.
I love that pot can just push the walk-up tack and really trying to stretch out these pot busters.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, we're out here, we've just got inputs for our walk-up pot busters, and people out here just pressing dash throw. How's that even? How's that even? Oh, this is beautiful. 2 bars a meter can escape with a deflect.
No.
YRC?
Deflecting a YRC, that must have been a BRC. You're forcing a whiff there and getting yourself punished. Really unfortunate there.
It must have been a BRC. It must have been a BRC after the deflect to be all like, I'm gonna take a guaranteed approach. But did it on the block frames? That's such a shame. And as we're staggering here, Xavi's the one in control with the top 5D. RC full confirmed, but unfortunately dropped the 5k, but catches the backdash. This is the way to go, keep it in lock. But you're back in neutral against the behemoth.
Wow. Dash back in, the close line connects. And right now, ABoii just has the reach.
Not close enough.
The options they're picking are working. And,
yeah.
Okay, I thought they blocked the 5D, but no. They're unblockable stands. It was, in fact, a deflect.
5D do be an unblockable. Oh, YRC went for the 2k, reset to Garuda. That's deadly. You're making it so Xavi has to guess with the DP, and they do not. They want to guess with meter instead. Not enough to kill. You went for that Garuda. Oh my god, you greedy man. You could have been DP'd. But it's not gonna matter. ABoii will go up 1-0.
On to game number 2.
Oh.
Now to start, we have that 5H, which connects. Finds the knockdown, dash back in, and the safe 5P will go up this time around. Very nice confirmed. Like a pot buster, unexpected. Show your opponent you do not care.
My character's disgusting, bro. Oh my god, what a pot buster. Very well put. Oh my god!
You don't go for 4 in a row, do you? Not 4.
You do it again.
No.
It would have worked.
Oh. Okay. Do it again, right here.
No, you don't do it here. You don't do it here. You don't do it here. You don't do it here.
I like the option.
Oh, you're dead.
Force the burst out and still gets that turn. Stays in. Strike throw. Confirm. And ABoii goes up 2-0.
Heading into the next match. That previous match went by insanely quick, but who knows if that momentum will carry again. Went for the JD full punish. Burst off the table. Xavi does have the corner. They do need to take control of the scenario, and that's a miss input in the pot buster.
What was it? Maybe it was just the 6 feet. 6 feet, not bad. Although it is much worse than pot buster.
This is true. This is true. Most things are much worse than pot buster, to be fair. Oh god, the wall's in play. I like the dash up. I do like that.
Recognize they were out of space there, did not have to respect. Dash up close slash for the punish, and they should be able to kill off this.
No. Yes. Without the bar? No. With the bar? Absolutely. Been a while since we've seen right at that lightning, am I right, backpack?
I know, I miss it. The Kai confirms.
Oh. Oi. Representing the 2S. Went for... Oh. I love the patience on these hammerfall breaks, not gonna lie. Like, you gotta represent them, and Xavi is showing that you cannot get away with those greedy plays. That's not allowed right now. Just not allowed.
I find it interesting what button Potemkin takes their turn down. because I feel like special moves are the best way to go, especially in leader. But I'm seeing a lot of mix-up between like 5Ks and 2Ks and 2Ss. 2S being the primary option because of those active frames, right, and the range.
Yeah, if you go for a 2S mash out, it's because you're playing into a spacing trap, and unfortunately
really
drop.
Unfortunate drop. Is that root more damage than just going for the pop buster?
It's kind of burst safe, and I believe you'd kill them before they would wall stick. So that would be the plan, right? You delete as much burst as possible with that.
Yeah, recognize the spacing,
Oi.
not connect himself.
Oi.
Oh, had a backup plan and then mashes on wake up, and this right here is set point for ABoii.
But yeah, talk about a bit of defense, right? If you see 2S, it's right, we're trying to mash on a spacing situation, right? Kai has us in space, // connects, 2S will beat it, right? If we go for 5K, that's because we're expecting some type of dash up, right? Like dash up approach with Giovanna. So that's the mentalities. Every mash has its option. Specials are a greedy play, but often cover more options.
Round up that pop buster, that extra range, not going to work out there. Finds the hit with the 2S and obviously using his plus for him. 5P into the close slash, and overused string so far, and it seems like finally Xavi is representing options to disrespect that block string. Because the FD hasn't been cutting it, the close slash connects anyways. Either way, Xavi gets on the board.
Heading into the fourth match here, we're about to find out, can Xavi turn the tides of their fate? Or will it be ABoii to dominate into the final match here? But ABoii checked with the // gets a big slide head, 2D for the knockdown. We went for the safe jab, but unfortunately mistimed it. That's a big counter to us! And a perfect burst to escape that guaranteed damage.
Yeah, if that move was out, that burst doesn't matter, right? So it needs that timing. Really nice play there by Xavi. Dashes in with the 5K, gets the flick away immediately. Unsure why we committed that option. I think they're in the corner regardless of the sky.
Yeah, especially positive bonus. Now that was a Space Garuda where you couldn't DP it, so I do like not DPing there. Good backdash chase, great flick to get in, went for the 2P, keeping it safe, great DP on the flick. That's another tool that you can DP if you read the scenario. But again, it's not easy. It's difficult. This character has so many mental juggle things that they throw at you. But Xavi, able to juggle it all pretty well.
Finds that knockdown. Chases the backdash to the grid and wasn't ready to charge. Not a mistake you'd often see from ABoii.
Oi, that's guaranteed. Went for the 2S, big counter hit. That does lead to the pop buster, but not close enough. Unfortunately dropped it. Missed the timing. That's unfortunate. Oh, good block. Good blocks. Not gonna get opened up by these staggered normals. Interrupted the Gigantor Kai, the play to be. But Xavi needs to play cool, needs to play calm as they get opened up here. Full confirm. One more mix up. Great DP. Excellent. That's one of the ones that you can recognize.
Yeah, that right there. I'm seeing the division now. That is in fact a reaction.
Oh!
And that's the round. Xavi forces a game number 5.
Heading into the next match here, and it does appear that we went for the 5H, call it the backdash round start. You've got Xavi respecting the pop buster round start, and now you're able to take control of spacing if you make the read. And this could be like the second match of the set, where it goes back by in a mere matter of moments as we have the corner lock. That should do it. Gigantor Kai. That's mean. You could have sex aged the heat knuckle. You did not have to. You did not have to do all that.
Okay, dude.
This man is a villain.
ABoii on set point after killing their opponent 3 times in that round.
Real. Oh my god. Nice. Good blocks. Not gonna get opened up by the Direclat. Big trades with the normals. Back Mega Fist to whip punish the 2S. Keeping it cool. Big hammer fall to beat the Wild Assault. And just like that, ABoii is in full confirm on the close slash. And you are dead. Xavi unfortunately knocked out, but ABoii will be the one to continue to losers finals, where they'll be facing Alex.
Losers finals, it's Alex versus ABoii, the Goldlewis and the Potemkin. And Panda, this matchup has a special place in our hearts because this is us fighting.
Yeah, I was about to say these are our champions for tonight. Yeah. And I do want to say I've started to slowly come down from the matchup being very Goldlewis favored
And I do believe it has become a bit more even ever since the Potemkin buffs, right? It's a bit more of a even, back-to-back brutal matchup for both these contenders.
Right, I was seeing a really patient play, and that 5H just gonna whoop, zoop, sloop Goldlewis out of the sky.
Whoop, zoop, sloop?
Yeah, that's a reference to Bud Not Buddy, a book I read in elementary school.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Never
sound.
heard of that.
That's the sound when the boy pisses the bed. It goes whoop, zoop, sloop. You got yourself a bedwetter.
That's crazy. See, I'm out here listening to Horn Hears a Who, but like you're out here listening to some kid piss himself. I ain't going for the low. Able to get the fill confirm. Going for the pressure. I like that. Representing the overhead immediately after that 486. The big deflect.
Really stays in on those fuzzies. The JKJD. Oh. Okay, immediate ID JD going over the Garuda is insane.
Oh, absolutely. Reset, but the meter still able to keep you safe. Corner unlock. 6H. Slide ahead though, going for the Kara Garuda. Do keep in mind slide head is +10 on block, so going for a Garuda afterwards. Not a bad idea, you're greedy, man. Bro wanted the style points, not gonna get it.
I like that Goldlewis doesn't even want to RPS for the round. They just want to go back to neutral, putting potential, take the little advantage they have, trying to use the meter to put themselves into the corner. But unfortunately, RPS not going to work out there. And so ABoii goes up 1-0. Panda's up.
Heading into the next match, this will be the one to decide it. Hopefully Alex is able to tie us up here, but again, you're still up against an absolute monster being ABoii's Potemkin. But that is something that Pot no longer has, that Alex does, that White Wild Assault. Definitely a deciding factor in the matchup. Oi.
We're going to see the Garuda, and a mistake there. Not that it was going to connect anyways. It's actually better that they didn't get the walk up there, because they might have gotten punished there a little closer.
Real. Oi.
Trying to RPS to the 5H. I wonder if that has a good button-to-button interaction with Far Slash, maybe?
Maybe.
So maybe represent
which
that
characters?
Like a JD range?
Could do 5H a bit rough against JD, but you know what is pretty good against it? Far Slash. Far Slash is pretty good from Pot. Oi. Oh god. The trade able to keep them back in neutral. And that is one thing that definitely makes this version of Potemkin stronger to Goldlewis. He just has a really good answer for drone. He can represent 5H to call it the dash blocks. He can represent flick to kill the drone. So it's a bit of an RPS for both sides. Drone is no longer guaranteed, but what a bait!
That is why we love that BRC mix-up. We've been seeing this all day. Not only does it set up a buffer for you to represent those immediate high-lows with big reward because of BRC, but also you're able to go for reversal dates off the close slash.
Please. Oh god, you're stuck in the corner. Great back dash to escape that. Goes for the pressure. John, I'm representing 684. Oh. Ton of damage dealt. Oi, Ringo! Gigantikai!
I think Ringo's
oh no! Oh?
That is that's really important. Run under! Oh, that's so difficult. Not only do you have to represent that run under with perfect timing, you have to press that button at perfect timing too, or you will get mashed out. And more people over time have been disrespecting a lot of the Goldlewis setters, realizing that a lot of the stuff is pretty interactable. Specifically with some kind of drone setups where they can mess with the... I'm going to stop what I was saying. Pop Buster.
Oh no! Another big one. Stuck in the corner, hold the Garuda. Can feign it. Yeah, I was about to say, can feign it for the kill. And because it's a quick PRC, the meter efficiency, it's just on Potemkin's side. Absolute domination. 2-0 to ABoii. Heading into the third match, this Goldlewis champion could be knocked out right here, backpack. Could be the end of Alex's run, and ABoii is certainly making it difficult for the fella. Oh no! Drop the combo. That could have been devastating.
Yeah,
that could have been
really
devastating.
Good outcome there for the greasy Cletus.
That's crazy. But loss equal tariffs with the pot buster. Needs one more interaction. Tap 5D, well defended, but you got to hold another Garuda, another tap 5D. You may have blocked that once, but twice. It's asking too much.
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Times a lady.
I have to remind you of the Sopranos whenever I can.
Oi.
684 into that 268, and not going to fall for it. Potemkin doing a really good job at recognizing when these BTs might be canceled.
Oh god. But look at Alex's health, man. If you gotta make a comeback on a 2-0, you can't do it with that health. And the lack of burst, the only thing you've got is a bar and meter. It's looking pretty dire for the big man. How will he do against the pot?
You can see Potemkin is dominating the screen right now. Catches that JD gamble, and that is it. ABoii takes the set 3-0. Grand finals of the baccpaBrawl 146. We've got Mixyous, and we've got ABoii, the Slayer and the Potemkin, and this set could go the distance. Keep in mind, ABoii is going to have to win two first to threes to take the tournament, so it's going to be tough. However, ABoii can most certainly do it. A super strong Potemkin. We've seen them dominate their matches all throughout the day. The one loss they took was before top 8 up against Axel.
Yeah, and me. I lied. I just lied there. I'm sorry. But we did have a little bit of practice games, and it does appear that Mixyous has taken some of that pretty good advantage. Something to know, you're going to see it a lot. If they land a mat... Oh.
Wow. We've seen a lot of Hammerfall in front of the shield, and that's the first time that the shield actually saved the day.
Oh god. Carback Mega Fist, still a powerful tool for different reasons. Messed up the Garuda. Still has it unlocked though. Hold the Garuda. Close slash staggering with the normals, and just like corner and lock. And up against that big man, you've got to represent a great jumper backdash, and we see it there from Mixyous. Great read to not get grabbed.
Great block so far. Ultimately opened up cross up once again. Using those hits. He set the ball up once again. Gets deflected away. This time stays in. Use that RC. And we don't really have resources here that Slayer can use. It's a guess for your life. Guessed on the strike. And the strike worked out for Potemkin.
Bro
takes game number 1.
Like,
on to game number 2, in round start, we're going to see that Pot Buster. It's avoided. And Slayer doing a great job right now with those punishes. We've seen ABoii has not been afraid to represent these Pot Busters. And neither going for those slide heads or hammer falls as well. They're willing to gamble, and right now the gambles are turning for ABoii. But absolutely, Mixyous hasn't dropped the set this whole tournament.
Boy, something to note is someone that has played into this matchup a bunch. Just shoot a kill down it. Wow, goddamn super. Round start Pot Buster never feels worth it. 9 times out of 10, the Slayer is too active. So I don't think you can make that read as ABoii. But in terms of this round start, the 5k, it does beat 5k, yes. But Slayer say, I don't know, man. I don't know if my
represented, really.
The 5k is represented, but like Slayers are too active. That's what I'm trying. That's the story I'm trying to tell, right? They don't just 5k. They're jumping, they're backdashing, they're far slashing, right? They're doing greedy stuff.
To represent the strike game before you start going for those throws.
Honestly,
well, maybe you're right.
It depends. It depends. It absolutely depends, right? Is this a Slayer that loves MF Doom? Then yeah, you should probably go for strike, right? You're gonna see Hands of Doom a ton, right? But if you're fighting a Slayer that opts to block things out and try to get out with like fuzzy defense, like block up, look for a jump, block out, look for a mash out. Yeah, Pot Buster's amazing. Pot Buster is amazing, but like you gotta be able to read the player.
Okay, the wake up, absolutely baby. Plus frames. Times that close slash. They've been doing so good. It can be tough to time those close slashes because if you're a frame too early, you are literally getting a mid that does nothing for you, right? That's why generally people go for the 2K because at least you're jailing a low, which has some value in itself. But when you're that confident in your timing, close slash is better.
Yeah, with Potemkin, you want to go, oh my god. Big Pot Buster. I was about to say, if you want an active meaty, you go for 5k. It's a low, it's 14 frames active. But if you want pure pressure, close slash does the job. And now it's 2-0. And then to the next match, too, keep in mind, ABoii needs one more to tie up the set here. Oh my god, command grab does beat command grab at the time. And ABoii, grab hungry right now, starving for the command grabs, is just looking for him and going to get punished.
It's so funny that Potemkin can go for 4 wake-up Pot Busters in a row and you're still not dead when all of them are wrong.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it does appear that Mixy's combos are not fully optimized as they're looking for burst. And now that burst is gone, if they do manage to make that whiff, full punishes are definitely in play, but ABoii has 2 bars of meter. You're not winning this one, if I'm honest.
I think as soon as Popbuster gets the Oki off that previous Popbuster, really, really tough round to win. And now we are 1 round away from a complete reset of Grand Finals.
Oh, good stagger work. Oh, ABoii giving the map a hunch. Full confirm with the super badum badan dadan map a hunch. Ton of damage dealt, and just like that, you can run the offense, stagger away. But sadly, ABoii is sitting on a full bar of burst, so you've got to look out for that. You got to look out for those deflects and those pop busters, but keeping it true, may end up getting you pop buster. Ooh. Good staggers overall. That was a really nasty play. ABoii didn't know if they should pop buster or block out, and yeah, you mixed them up well.
Figured out what to do. That is so deadly. I think the Hammerfall armor buff, like the armor again on the cancel, is such a cool addition to the character. I really hope when they inevitably nerf this character that sticks, because it makes for some very funny interaction, and it promotes aggressiveness from Potemkin. And an aggressive Potemkin is just so much more fun to watch.
And that's the reset.
That is the reset.
Heading into the grand finals reset, would you believe it? Potemkin has tied us up. Oh, you've got 1 next to ABoii. And just like that, Mixyous has to lock in. This is a dire set. It's an important set. You've got to win it. Otherwise, ABoii will run rampant and take the show. But so far, ABoii's run hasn't been too bad in terms of matchups. These are all very, very good matchups for Potemkin. And the only ones that you could really be scared about were truly Johnny or maybe the biking that they fought earlier. And they didn't have to face that. So that kind of allowed ABoii to have a bit more of a nicer run, not an easier one. That is a good pop buster, my lord. Yeah, it's very bugged. I keep seeing it tweaking out. It's tweaking out like me after a game of Marvel Rivals. Oh god.
How are you
oh no, you don't. I love it, but you've never seen me tweak. That's all I'm saying. Like, you may have seen me.
I know what the DLC looked like.
Hey, the DLC are free. Okay?
Oh, okay. Taking a different angle. I appreciate that. Plus frames here from Popbuster. Oh, yep, went for that Popbuster. Immediately jumped. Great read. Great response. Great punish. Sets up again with the OS throw. Is that what you were talking about?
Garuda. No, actually, that was OS normal throw. Well, I mean OS throw. I mean OS command grab.
I see.
But ABoii gonna take that round. Really good throw. Really, really good throw. Yeah, then the next set, and I want to talk about the OS throw a little bit, right? And for Potemkin to do that, you basically hold down back, right? And if you think they're going to do left-right or some type of big stagger, you essentially just do a full 360, go back down to 3, and when you press punch, you'll grab them if they go right side, left side, because it's the 360 input. Yeah. You know, like a flash kick covers both sides?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they go same side, you grab them, and if they do anything that's like true string, you block it. So it's a very nice defensive strat against Slayer if you think they did a ton of left-right stuff. Cool. Mega Fist into the overhead, no confirm. You can get a combo off that JP, but unfortunately gonna cost them here as we're stuck in the corner and Mixyous needs 1 more hit.
And they find it. It's not over yet. ABoii's only up 1-0. I know ABoii's won 4 in a row, but it's not over. Absolutely. Mixyous made it through winners. ABoii did not.
The way Potemkin flips during that is actually absurd.
The force behind it must be insane.
How are you making this 9'10" behemoth flip that? That is insane. Oi.
You saying that makes you want to see a Potemkin like full live action size, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, yeah. Put Potemkin in the anime, cowards. Oi.
Potemkin's not in the anime?
He's not in the anime, but the Heavenly will surely rise up to that status, putting him in that screen. Right in the spine. Yeah, that was a very good read from ABoii. Taking a kind of a dire round into an absolute demanding one.
Burst advantage gone. Or I should say burst advantage given to Slayer here, who finds another hit. He doesn't have to hold on to this damage. Goes to the cross up, not expecting it, goes for, yeah.
Oh.
I wonder, that had to have been a read, right? Otherwise you buffered it and then reacted? That's just ridiculous to do.
You can react to Master's Hammer with Pot Buster, but it's very... Oh my god, that was a Potemkin round. That's a Potemkin round. That is ABoii taking him with a clean 2-0. You did not guess the 50-50. Yeah, it's the first game, and sometimes it happens like that. You get grabbed at the grab, and you just gotta deny it. But mixyous going left, right. And not gonna lie, this is looking like the grand finals of Pandemonium. I bet tomorrow this is gonna be the grand finals. It's gonna be Kaito Dandy and Raph Gazer or Andros or something like that. Because this is always what happens, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I always see Potemkin and Slayer when I tune in.
Insane. That's insane. You don't see this in any. This is beyond rare. But it's a beautiful confirm. Staggering away. Gets the hammer fall because it was aerial block. No punish is allowed. But mixyous is allowed to take a turn. Big slide hit is safe. Plus 10. Able to go for the pressure. And just like that, the 50-50 for your life. ABoii. One more to go back.
Tournament point here for ABoii. All we need is one Potemkin round and it's over. It's a...
Aye. That may have been
it. Was that the OS? I mean, it was a
that was probably it.
Definitely could have been it. Dash from the 2K, not getting range, jumps over. That's plus 10 once again. And that's such a good norm. Or not good normal, good special. Dealing with that so tough. PRC. Dude, doing the PRC instead of the red RC for the extra. Deflected away. Wait, it's not over yet.
Could be GG's. But this could be it. Mixyous, I'm a believer. Make that comeback happen. I'm on your side, King. I'm on your side, King. Make it happen. Ugh.
Dash back in. Back Mega Fist doesn't connect. Not enough. Builds the meter just in time. 50-50 for your life. The little shimmy into the close slash. Finds the counter hit. And the Pot Buster seals the deal. ABoii takes the baccpaBrawl 146 through loser side 6-0. An absolutely dominant performance.